Hi everyone, welcome to week 6. This is the final week of our course. I cannot believe how quickly this class has gone by. Let me start by telling all of you how much I have appreciated learning with you over the course of this class. It really, our discussions have been wonderful, and I've really enjoyed reviewing your assignments. Those of you who have had me before know that I'm sort of a pest about this, but I'm going to remind you, you should have all received a link to your course evaluations. Just like I take the time to give you very specific feedback about your assignments, I really truly appreciate when you give me feedback about the course and about my teaching. So please take a few minutes and do the course evaluation. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate getting as many of you as possible to complete that. It really does help as I go back and reflect on how the course is designed and about how I can improve the course and improve everyone's learning for the course. So I'm thanking you all in advance. So for our final week, we're going to be talking about two parts of special education that I think are often overlooked. One, talented and gifted students, so that is an exceptionality. You will note that in the law, we are required to identify gifted and talented students, but the law does not require any service for gifted and talented students. So there is sort of that dichotomy between you have to identify, but you don't have to do anything. So that's something sort of to chew on as you're looking at our materials this week. Also, we're going to be looking at twice exceptional students. You can have a student who is gifted and talented in one area, but also has a disability. And that is something that doesn't often get a lot of attention. So you're going to be reading, watching, and exploring this week. You have some information about gifted and talented students. And you're also going to have some videos. Excuse me, I have dog fur. You're going to be looking at, again, twice exceptional students and gifted and talentedness with, along with having a diagnosed disability. So I hope you find that interesting. And if you are using the supplemental text, Chapter 15 is what you're going to want to be looking at. And as always, I encourage you to do any of your own research into this area if there is a specific part of the content that you want to dig a little bit more into. So for our discussion this week, our final discussion, this is really going to be looking back at the last 5 weeks of the class and really sharing what information you already knew that was confirmed by the information in the course, anything that you found confusing about the course and that you might still have questions about that I might be able to, or your classmates might be able to help you provide clarification or share some resources with you. Some learning that you found essential. What is something that you learned in this class that you think was super important to know, that you really need to know in order to best do your work and to demonstrate your understanding of special education? And any new information that was sort of a surprise to you. What didn't you know before this course started that was that was really a cool thing to learn about. So I look forward to seeing your reflections about the course. And then finally, your final assignment, and you may have noticed the thread through this entire course about communication with families. So our final assignment is going to be for you to create a resource for parents and caregivers that's going to really talk about the fundamental concepts of special education. You can do a video, you can do a presentation, but make sure it has a narrative, please. You can do an interactive display board, you can design a web page. If you come up with an alternative that isn't one of those 4 that you think would be engaging for a family, shoot me a message, and as long as I approve it, you can use a different modality. Make sure you have a bibliography in APA format. That should be a separate document. So even though you are likely going to want to include some resources or links for families in your document, you need to also have that separate reference page, and make sure you turn that in because it does count for a significant amount of your grade. I would always recommend that you review the rubric for the assignment before you even start the assignment to make sure that you're not going to miss any component of that. Also, please know that there is no late work accepted for the final week of our course. There's a very quick turnaround from the day the course ends until I have to get the grades into the registrar. So again, I have truly appreciated learning with all of you. I hope that I'm going to get to see some of you in future courses that I teach. You know how to find me if you have any questions. Have a great final week to the course, and I look forward to hearing from all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.